Hello everyone, and I am back with another review. Today I am here reviewing I Am a Noble on the Brink of Ruin, so I might as well try mastering magic anime. Boy, I love it when the anime title just straight up tells you what the premise of the show is about. Isn't that awesome? So, let's get going. So the premise of this show is an unnamed man, he's out having a drink one night, and then when he wakes up, he suddenly finds out that he is in another world, and he has become Liam Hamilton, who is the fifth son of a noble. Due to noble law saying that saying that a family loses their status every third generation if they can't accomplish anything exciting, Liam decides that he'll study magic. As a backup plan for if they lose nobility and all that, so that way he has something to fall back on. During time, of course, as he starts to learn magic, he finds out that he has an affinity for it, and he starts learning more and more magic, and we go from there, where Liam then becomes an adventurer, and he has all sorts of adventures and stuff like that. So, basically, how is the show? It's fine. It is fine. To put it simply, nothing from the show is jaw-dropping or awe-inspiring or like this is changing the fundamental anime industry to its core. It is fine. It's really kind of at times just your standard isekai anime where nothing super exciting happens and we're just kind of going with the flow type of thing. So because characters is where you can kind of delve into stuff more. So Liam himself, he's typical anime protag, man. He's kind of, whenever a girl gets near him, he's like, oh, I don't know, and he's always pretty naive about stuff and all that type of stuff. Yeah, he does the thing too where he kind of lets people bully him a bit, and it's like, why would you do that? Because I would never do that. If I was ever reincarnated in another world and I found out I had an affinity for magic, I could pretty much use any magic I want, any branch of it, I would not let anyone pick a fight with me. I would put them in their goddamn place immediately. I don't care who they are. Over time, though, we get Liam, from just becoming the unknown fifth son of a noble to, by the end of the series, he's no exaggeration, kind of God King, right? That's where we go in 12 episodes. We really step it up. Some of the spells he uses are pretty cool, right? There's one that makes a pocket dimension, where he has a house. There's the normal summoning spells. He makes a lot of familiar contracts. By making contracts with other people and getting a lot of familiars, it actually levels them up in a way. So you see a lot of that. And he does have people's best interests at heart. He does try to just help people, but like I said, there's the typical anime protagonist naivety and just kind of getting flustered by easy things that does get on my nerves. But overall, I don't think Liam's that bad. There is Radon, who is a dragon, the evil dragon who guards the promised land. Radon was sealed away, and there's a running gag they do a lot in this show, which does kind of get on my nerves, and I'm kind of just like, oh, we're doing this gag again, where Liam will meet a fierce creature, gain their trust, and then form a familiar contract with them, which then changes their form, makes them more human, and then it's revealed, oh, you were a girl. We do that a lot. It's funny the first two times, but then they start doing it more and more. I'm kind of I'm sick of this. So they do that with Radon in the show, and I was like, really? We're really gonna do it with him? Okay. Sure. Radon is the person who really helps Liam in his like journey here. Once Liam forms a contract with Radon, that's when it like he starts going, right? He learns a whole bunch of new magic. Radon has a bunch of info to tell him, and Liam kind of goes from there. Radon kind of acts like, you know, the student. I mean, sorry, like his teacher type of thing, right? So we have that with Radon, and I kind of lost interest in Radon again when they did the whole "oh, you're a girl" thing. I'm like, oh, okay. Then we have Asuna, who I was like, oh, what? Because I think Asuna, you know, I immediately think of. Funnily enough, the voice actress for Asuna is the same voice actress as Asuna from Sword Art Online, and that had to be a purposely made choice. She's Liam's like first party member when he becomes an adventurer. When she makes a contract with Liam, because yes, he makes a contract with people in this, it gives her like super speed. She's like super fast now. Wah 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 wah. And she is also super innocent as well, because there's a lot of stuff with like, she's like, what does that mean? They're like, we'll tell you when you're older. And she's like, okay. She and Liam are like the same age. By the way, I think Liam's like 12 or something. Because, yeah, 12-year-old does all this, I guess. So she's like the same age for Liam. And she's, you know, the first one who has feelings for him because they all love him. Then there's Jody, who is another Liam party member. She was said to be like older. She was like a middle-aged woman. But then once she made a contract with Liam, her age was restored and she was sent back down to being a lot younger. Once she makes the contract with Liam, she suddenly has like the skill of healing, and she can enchant food to like when you eat her food, then you get healed, which is nice. It's kind of like video game-esque. Jody's fine. I don't have much to say about Jody. She just kind of exists, and she's like, oh, that's cool. Asuna and Jody pretty much disappear once Liam really starts going into like a certain thing he does. They kind of go off to the back burner. Then we have Scarlet, who is the princess of the Jamal Kingdom. She's a descendant of Radon. So Radon got busy, and eventually she becomes like devoted to Liam when she finds out that he has like Radon info and Radon like familiarized. She becomes like devoted to him, and it's like mentioned in the show that like they are like marriage contracted because Liam becomes super powerful and all that, so he has a marriage contract with her from the kingdom, and she kind of acts like the one who kind of teaches him about like the royalty system and all that type of stuff. She's fine. We have Reina, who was one of the pixies who worship Radon, because Radon, when he was protecting the Promised Land, protected a lot of different species, and the pixies were one of them. Liam decided that I think it'd be easier to just form a magical contract with all of you, all the pixies, and when he did, the pixies evolved into being elves. And Reina is the one who Liam places in charge of the village. She just exists. I think I can say that for most of the characters here. They all just exist, and I'm actually going to stop. The most I'll talk about is the family of Liam that we see. We only see 3 people from his family, which is his brother, his father, his older brother Bruno, and then the eldest sibling, Albrivet. We don't see any of his other brothers at all, which is weird. Bruno is like the good one. Right, he's the one who constantly encouraged Liam to like study magic. When Liam learns magic, he's happy for him. When Liam gets to where he's at the end, he's super happy for Liam and wants to like form an alliance and all that. Bruno kind of leaves early to go get married to another family, and he's pretty happy over there. So Bruno's like the good bro, and then there's Albrecht, who's the elder brother, and he's like jealous of Liam, right? He thinks Liam doing everything. Liam wants to succeed him and take over the family name, when Liam's like, nah, man, I'm just trying to learn magic. Yeah, and he's like, like he does a lot of stupid stuff. And then there's their father, who once he finds out, he really didn't give a crap about Liam, because Liam's fifth son. What the hell is he gonna do? And then once he saw that Liam was really gifted in magic, he's like, yo, you can take whatever you want from that library and go do stuff. So there's that. The father is, he's just using Liam to boost their standing. So yeah, it's like, this is like standard isekai, man. I don't know what else I can say. There's nothing crazy about this show. This show is the very definition of you watch an episode and you're like, oh, okay, 20 minutes are gone now, I guess. Like, it's nothing bad. The show is not bad, but I'm never gaining anything from it. Like, I'll never rewatch this ever again. It's literally like standard junk food fluff anime is, I guess, the best way to say it. So I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Because again, it's not bad. It's just not that interesting, and nothing really exciting happens. So there we go. That's I'm a Noble on the Brink of Ruin. If you watched it, let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Until then, I'll see you all next time.